And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches, the Frontline Prediction League in the Trenches. Frontline League on Twitter. Frontline Prediction League is this YouTube channel. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you very much for that. I'm your co-host, Scott. Joining me, as always, is BeerMe. How are you doing, BeerMe?
I'm doing okay, Scott. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay, too. I'm tired. I know sometimes life gets in the way, and it sucks. But we do what we can, so we're here. There's going to be a brief one. We do have our Rebellion results and then some forward stuff for Backlash and a little beyond. So that's about it. It's a quick one, and there's not a show to deal with for like 2 more weeks. Which seems like it's short, but it's still 2 weeks. There's some time. There's some breathing room. So, yeah, Rebellion was this past weekend, Impact show, and it was crazy. It was fun. It was only 2 weeks after Mania, which is insane, and we're still kind of like in a shock mode off of that. So here we go.
I was actually shocked at how good it was. To be honest with you,
like the actual show.
Yeah, because I said, going into it, there was just kind of like a lot of rematches and stuff, but every match on the card was good. So yeah.
Well, it was super fun. We enjoyed it. We did record a Top of the Card podcast last night. BeerMe, unfortunately, was not on that. But myself, Red, and Gmsg were joined by Matt Zion from Regular Seating. He actually streamed it live on his Twitch, so if you have VOD, it might be on that. But the actual edited podcast will be up in a little while. We talked about actually Rebellion and WrestleMania weekend, all the fun stuff. Even a bit on the WWE sale and some stuff with Twitch. So lots of stuff there. It's Top of the Card podcast on Spotify, on Google Play, on iTunes, all that stuff. And of course, the Top of the Card pod is Twitter. But this is the FPL. This part, the fake one that we make up, this is the Frontline Prediction League. And we did have our FPL European Grand Prix champion not getting a night off because it's like house shows are so intermittent now. It's a defense every time. So the European champ, James Blake, also world champ, by the way, did retain over the Gaffer. And we thought Gaffer might have got it, but now it's the Blake era. It's two-belt Blake, and it's not going to stop anytime soon, I don't think. So I'm happy with that one. I liked seeing that. That was good. Skydome Stampede. The Kings of the Night. CT made that name. It was Jonathan C.T. Martin, Sebastian Escobar, me, and Red defeated FBU. Bastion, the tag champs, BeerMe Jesus, that's you, and the Gmsg, and Broken Nerd. And yes, I got the highest score of it, but Bastion got the lowest one, so it ended up being him who took the bullet, basically. I set it up to be like, it's going to happen, and no. But I've been to those arenas. I literally know what it's like to write, to be in that kind of area with the ball game and stuff. So I wrote the match accordingly for that stuff, and then just at the Rebel, and just went to the nth degree. So we'll talk more about that in future matches for where that fallout comes in. But that was one of the most fun matches I've written in a while, and I really enjoyed that. Oh, also, by the way, James Blake, I apologize I got your finisher wrong, because I noticed this for the WrestleMania match, where I was writing the end point. It's the 1916 that Finn Balor uses. Yeah. Except in my brain, I was doing the coup de grace for that, not the brain buster. So I had an end point through a table, which doesn't make sense because he leapt off to the tip. Oops! It's just take out the words end point, and it's I screwed that up. I screwed it up big, but it was a cool move. It's fine. It's fine. We worked with it. He hasn't said anything about it, so I'm like, sorry. So,
right.
Oops! I now know this, but I for some reason always got the 1916 mixed up. I always thought he called that the 1916, even though that's the brain buster. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Non-title match. The American champion, JJ Rocky, defeated the Canadian champion in Canada. Oh, no. Monkey Bong 35-32. 3-point difference there. James Costner's Birthday Open Challenge. Costner defeated New Hotness, Billy Grayson, 30-19. Costner was the biggest fan and then shut him down.
That should be Billy Grayson's nickname. New
Hotness. I like that. Yeah. That's a great wrestling nickname. New Hotness. Billy Grayson. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. How does nobody have that? I'm sure someone somewhere does on the indies. But New Hotness, Billy Grayson. It sounds good. I like it. But yeah, he made a big splash over WrestleMania, including turning, right? Like, it's wild stuff. Got a Watson Rules match. Atlas Kiyama defeated Rick Gillen. Sorry, Rick, we're pulling for you, but the Canadian won. I got to go with it. Watson Rules in Canada. them's the rules. Josh Dionio defeated Chef Urban. That was a last-minute replacement because Midnight Rider Lee, he's injured. He's out after I beat his ass in a noose match. So, it happens. He's just not putting in picks for a while to pull the curtain back. So, JD was the last-minute replacement and beat him handily, 45-19. JD, he's a threat on any show. So, there you go. CM Carlito beat the Arbiter 43-36. J-Mac beat Lexi Briggs. Kier 1 beat Alpha Dog. Annex Asylum, Captain Cruz Blackwell, and Static beat The Strays, Michael Marsh, and Supreme Rock. Mad Elite Titan beat Perk Angle. Cam Popplestone beat Cammy Cat by a point, the BeerMe special. Ash and Sheriff Dog went to a no contest, so that's kind of some crazy stuff with those two just continually battling, and it keeps going, and it's not going to end, and that's wild. Even though he's not the American champion anymore, so... Because that was like the American champion, the McKennedy of the no contest in those matches. Rate Wrestle went and defeated Tino and Wookie handily, 46-32-25. Luke Gray beat Mr. Glee, Co-Royal Rumble winner. Luke Gray adding to his accolades. Payne beat El Cid 35-8. Sorry, El Cid, that was a rough one. CJ Hawk beat Papa Snooch 46-28. Jason Blades beat Danny the Late Jordison 27-23. Mark Harper beat Matt Zion 34-23. Smooth Rock beat Kurt Cult. I'm skipping scores now. Oh, except for this one. Memories beat Double J Justin Jordan 20-0. Now,
0 points.
If I'm correct on this, I think it there might have been like a technicality somewhere, but he literally got nothing right. And it's not like a hardcore match where negatives pull you down to a negative score. He didn't get anything right. It was like the anti-perfect, which we're pretty sure we've never seen in our 6 years of JRPL and FPL. So yeah, and for the record, no, we're not putting an achievement for that because we don't want achievements to celebrate bad stuff. Right? So, we don't want to do that because that's not something to aim for or want. Well, my God, it's worth pointing out as a fun fact to be like, that happened. Holy crap! Look at that. 3G Platinum beat Starzy and Nayara beat X. Now we got some achievements.
Hey.
Oh.
You know what would be a really good match that I just thought of, and I don't know why. But the Butcher of Tokyo, Ray Wrestle versus New Hotness, Billy Grace. I don't know why. Just great nicknames. I don't know if Billy Grace is going to keep that or if we're going to ever use that.
No, dude, we need more. We need more nicknames because Danny the Light Jordison. He's the only one with
the light. Intro the light.
He's the only one with the official the light in there. But we got New Hotness, Billy Grayson. JJ has a few. He's like the trench warfighter and the Golden Boy. We've given him a few. We're not going to call Escobar number 2 anymore, but he kind of had that.
No.
But
we should really do a match, a big match, and just everybody has cool ass nicknames.
Oh yeah.
See who comes
But we also need to get more nicknames. But it's stuff like that. You get the Straight Edge Superstar or the Rated R Superstar. Mickey James, even Hardcore Country. There's something that kind of goes with the character that fits it and fits the gimmick. That could be an interesting way because I know people like to change up the gimmick and want to, but the name's the name. But fiddle with the other stuff as well. Hell, even in our Discord chat, you'll see names always changing up. I think, God, I'm going to it now in the middle of this. We're doing it live. Was it Mark Harper? I think he's got the Nightmare on his now.
Yeah.
Koshner's got 11 belts because I think he won stuff in other places. The Dote is what Luke's got.
Bro King Nerd.
Oh, Bro King Nerd, exactly. Yeah. So stuff like that is fun, and we can definitely run with that in some of this stuff. So yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, New Hotness. That one's kind of that's immediately stuck. He's New Hotness. Cammy Cat.
CT Slide Martin.
Oh, God, you got to pull that up. You got to really.
Hey, he's sliding upwards now. He just got a big dub.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I thought of a slide like a water slide, but it's a W because it's a double slide. Anyway, Cammy Cat and James Blake had their 25th matches. Supreme Rock and Mark Harper had their 50th. Nayara won her first. Nayara, yeah. Memories won the 5th. Jason, Mark Harper got their 25th wins. 25th wins. Ray Russell won a triple threat. Excuse me. He never won a triple threat yet? I guess he's been in singles mostly, so that makes sense. Escobar won his 5th tag match. I won my 20th tag match. God damn. And CJ Hawk and Lexi both got a total of 2,000 points. Not 20,000, 2,000. But yeah, so we got the full kickoff in here. We've got details of the matches. We've got Kier 1 and Alpha Dog. We've got... sorry, let me say that properly. Kaiher It's a change of how it's said.
Yeah.
Kaiher.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I like it.
We got J-Mac and Lexi. We got the North American Clash. So yeah, the North American Clash. We'll just talk about that right now. It is back. It is an annual thing we are doing. One side of the tournament is the American side with hardcore matches in the first round. I think it's death matches for the second. The Canadian side is all Watson rules for round 1 and 2. And then at the end, it's a normal match one-on-one with the two finalists. And the way we looked at it was the Canadian side is basically people who had not been in hardcore matches, obviously, and had success in normal matches. And there they are. We have Atlas Kiyama, Jason Blades, ironically, right? Wrong side, he should be on the American. Halcyon and J-Mac. On the American side, it's me, because I've not been winning Watson rules, but I've been winning hardcore matches, so I'm on the American side, which is all wrong. El Cid, ironically, the one guy I beat in the Watson rules. The Arbiter, and Hiroshin Moses. So those matches are coming up. We'll talk about those as we get through, but me and El Cid, and then Arbiter and Hero, winners face off in a death match. Alice and Jace and Halcyon and J-Mac, winners face off, and then the final will be... Who knows? Hopefully I go all the way. But the winner gets to pick the American champion or the Canadian champion, I believe, for SummerSlam. I should know this, and I often forget this, but that's the plan. I'm going to say right now, if I win, I'm going for the Canadian title. Like, I'm flat out. I'm not going for the American. Or am I? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. If I win 2 American matches in a row, I mean, I probably should, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I need the Canadian title. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway.
I mean, if you're a face, I feel like you should go for the Canadian.
Right?
If you were a heel, you should go for the American.
Oh.
You know, it would make...
Heel, my character is a heel with the American title? Oh, my God. That would be glorious. That would be so good. Yeah. So I'm a face right now. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think you just nailed it there. But yeah, the NAC, it is back. Here we go. It's going to be lots of fun. Good luck, El Cid. We'll see how that goes. I'm worried because Backlash is going to be a weird show. And I might lose in the first round. I did the last tournament I was in, so we'll see. Anyway, Arbiter and Carlito was there. Urban and JD. Ash made an announcement. Rate Wrestle interrupted, so stuff was going down. We had some craziness with the Strays involved, so that's not finished. Atlas and Rick Gillen went at war. Costner and New Hotness. And then there was Aftermath with Costner and New Hotness. I'm just saying it as much as I can. People calling for title shots simply because we got former world champions basically facing each other left, right, and center. So lots there. And, of course, Nerd as well on his throne. Like, what? Heel Nerd rules. Like, I love it. It's awesome. So, yeah, that's coming up Night of Champions. More on that as we go. The Canadian-American champions, by the way, got to face off against each other. And the Skydome Stampede, my God, I had the Jays announcer do stuff. It was great. It was fun. And then, of course, the European Grand Prix Championship match. Also, I'm going to mention right now, yes, I'm facing Gmsg next year at WrestleMania. We joked about it during WrestleMania and then made it in the story for Rebellion. And the graphic already exists because I laid out the challenge after he basically MJF'd my niece by throwing a cup of alcohol in her face and then beat up my dad with a chair. Who my dad fought back at first. And this is a very good Miz reference as well. But we wrote my dad in there because Lee beat up my dad years ago in JRPL. So, of course, the callback there is my dad fights back, but Gmsg is a right bastard. I made him the ultimate heel in Toronto in front of my family. I lost my shit. So, yeah. Yeah, it's fun. We'll get there. But, yeah, that is Rebellion. Please go read it. We put a lot into this, obviously. There's a lot there. I say it every time. It's myself, CT, and Red doing the writing. Please go and look at the profiles. That's Gmsg as well. And, of course, follow our Twitter. Frontline League. Red does that as well. And we got a lot coming up for Twitter, including stuff maybe for some Double or Nothing stuff is going to be released on Twitter. Maybe that's the thing to follow and see stuff daily. I don't know. So, anyway, Backlash is next up, BeerMe. This is... I'm literally missing the clip. Is it Backlash? There it is. Backlash. Okay. So, Backlash. We do have the World Championship. James Blake is defending against Luke Gray. Luke Gray beat basically the World Champion, the Contender, and a Royal Rumble winner, as well as other champions within the past month. He's got the world title shot. Do you think Luke does it? I do.
No. Well, I was going to say
but
no,
I don't think I think he can, but I don't think he will. I guess that's it. Like, do you think he can do it? Yes. Will he? No.
Yeah.
It's James Blake,
Yeah.
not happening. But Blake, he's got to defend like both titles, right? So is he working the bone? Is he working too hard, or can he handle it? So far, he can handle it. So,
Right.
but I like that match a lot. I like Luke getting that shot. That's a fun one. You guys, the must-see good guys, BeerMe Jesus and the Gmsg, are defending the tag titles against the guys you lost them to the first time your reign ended, the MBPA, Alexander McKennedy and Dion Blade. You did not win it back from them. Shaden Smiles came in and took the titles, and you won it from them. So this is back. This is the rematch, and it's the same position. Must-see good guys versus MBPA. MBPA want the gold. They took it last time. How you feeling about this one?
It's the match I wanted, so it's going to be a really tough match, but I think we're going to pull it out this time. Be 1-1.
It's an awesome match, I think. Like, it's... I say we couldn't have written it this way, but we obviously hoped, right? But, like, it just worked out. Like, they won the contendership. They won the stuff. The fact that this team won and this and here and back and over, like, it's awesome. I love the way stuff works sometimes. We have question marks. We'll fill in these blanks as we go here, but we have an Inferno Hell in a Cell match, Broken Nerd versus Jonathan C.T. Martin. Inferno Hell in a Cell. All I'll say, and maybe CT shares this at some point, but I saw a picture from a Taylor Swift concert with a house on fire and went, that looks awesome. That was our next match. And CT's like, yes, it is. So he ran with it from there. We got a Hell in a Cell. Now, Broken Nerd won Soundstage in a Cage, right? Like, that's the first cinematic we really did was him, and I think it was Alpha Dog, and he won that. So he's the king of hardcore. He really is. So you're picking him, obviously, right?
Oh, yeah.
Statistically speaking, I also think Nerd will win, but I'm pulling for CT just because screw you guys. Anyway,
That's fair.
Canadian Championship. Monkey Bong is defending against Payne. Payne called his shot. I think Monkey's got this. Payne's going to make him bleed. Payne's going to make it the most hardcore Canadian match you've ever seen. But I still think Monkey Bong's going to win that. But it's not going to be easy.
You know, every time we think Monkey Bong, every time people keep counting Monkey Bong out, like, you know, he beat Escobar, he beat Smooth Rock, nice face and Payne. I'm actually going to say Payne takes it, though.
He could.
I'm going to go, I can't believe my dues, but I will probably pick Payne to beat Monkey Bong.
He could. There might be one more defense before the tournament winner gets their shot. But looking at it, like, I want to face Payne because I've had history with him, and that'd be a fun one to face him for the Canadian title. But Monkey Bong's super fun, too. Like, I'd love to have that match also, right? So, yeah.
Right.
And speaking of, it's the Canadian title and the American title. So, Atlas Kiyama versus Jason Blades. Let's talk now, BeerMe. J-Mac and Halcyon, and Atlas Kiyama and Jason Blades. Who's advancing on the Canadian side to face each other? Who you got?
All right, so who was it?
Atlas and Jace.
Atlas and Jace.
And then J-Mac and Halcyon, the former Finn. I'm thinking J-Mac, just to get that side.
Okay.
I kind of lean toward Atlas, just because I see the Canadian side of it, but I'm thinking Jace is going to get that upset. And it's going to be Jace versus J-Mac. I'm pulling for Atlas. I like both. I like to get a draw on both advances.
Yeah.
But still.
I'm going to actually pick Halcyon to come out of that side.
But what about Atlas and Jace?
Shit. I think I'm going to pick... I'm actually going to go with Atlas. Yeah? I usually pick Jace, but I'm going to go with Atlas this time.
Now, how about the other side? Me versus El Cid. I'm picking myself. Done. And then the Arbiter versus Hiroshin Moses.
I think it's going to come down to you and Hero.
You think so?
And I think...
I
think that you will beat Hero.
Really?
So
okay.
I think it will come down to you and Halcyon in the finals.
I like that. I guess I got to pick Atlas or J-Mac or Jace. I'm kind of pulling for J-Mac all the way, honestly. I think he's done some close stuff. I think he can pull one out. And then me versus J-Mac. I like that. I'm confident. Like, I have no way to explain why. I just like, here's my shot. Let's go for it. So I kind of like the idea of Hero versus Hero. Me and Hiroshin Moses. I like that match. That's a fun idea. But me and Arbiter, like, as a warden, that goes way back. Like, it's not, but it is. Like, that'd be fun too. I'd love to see that. But man, if El Cid upsets it, oh man, I'm out. And then he might go all the way and go take on Monkey Bong, right? Like, or Payne. So I love tournaments. Tournaments are fun, so it could be some fun stuff. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. The American title, though, is also defended here. We're bookending it, because when the show starts, it starts with the FPL American Championship. It's JJ Rocky defending against Mark Harper in a steel cage hardcore match. Then the American Championship matches happen. Then the the American Tournament matches happen. Then the American... Let me try that again. The American title match happens. Then the American Tournament matches. Then the Canadian Tournament matches. And then the Canadian Championship. So it's like bookended, and like it's going to be almost Bloodsport-like how people are introduced and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Excuse me. Who do you got, though? JJ or Harper? Because Harper, I'm excited. But it's JJ now. Like, the American title suddenly was Ash's domain, and it was like craziness. But now it's JJ Rocky, who just got it, versus Mark Harper, who very well could take it. It's a tough match.
I usually don't bet.
I think it's the hardest match.
I usually don't bet against. Yeah, I usually don't bet against JJ, but I'm gonna pick Mark Harper. No, Scott's fighting Grim Reaper.
I took a drink of water. The worst part is it's on camera. I took a drink of water and it all went wrong. I didn't spit it out, but it went another way. All right, so JJ Rocky. I mean, I want him to win it. I want him to have a cool reign, but I love the idea of Mark Harper getting this win. Like, it's been in the cards for a while. I don't know. I can't pick one. I don't know. There we go.
Yeah.
That water did not try to kill me. Best part is I leave that in because it's funny. Too funny. I got a bad feeling about a Harper upset. But I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I want JJ to win that, and maybe I challenge him after I win the tournament. That'd be fun. Or Harper. I mean, I got his history with strays too, right? So, some fun.
That's true.
Some fun stuff there. Oh God, we got the kickoff Ash versus Michael Marsh, and we got Rate Wrestle versus Supreme Rock. God, the Butcher of Tokyo versus Supreme Rock.
Yeah. Give me the Butcher.
Okay. So, BeerMe, you have matches to announce. So do I. Let me go here real quick. I have a kickoff show match. It is James Costner facing Sheriff Dog on the kickoff. So another high-profile match for Sheriff Dog, and it's the former world champ trying to make his claim, stake his thing. If he turns back someone who's been on the cusp of the American title, that's good on the main show. Very, very good. And FTT, Rick Gillen and Billy Grayson, New Hotness, they are in an open challenge on a tag match on the kickoff. So that's also happening at Backlash. What have you got, though?
All right, for Backlash, I have a FPL Continental Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match. It will be the Light of the Colt, Danny the Light Jordanson, and Kurt Colt will be taking on the Annex Asylum, Captain Krulux Blackwell, and Static.
Sorry, I tried to wait till you were done. I know you're pulling for Danny the Light and Kurt Colt to win that. I'm pulling for Krulux and Static, though.
I know. I like them too.
Who would you rather face as champions? Because you're going to retain, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to face both of these teams. So, okay. The only reason I don't want Fly the Colts to win is because I do eventually want them to win the tag titles, but not from us. So I'm gonna I would rather face Annex.
Okay. Do you have any other matches?
I have one for Battleground.
Let me scroll. Night of Champions, that's coming too. We'll get there though. Battleground, what do you got?
I have Black Cross Light, Alice Kim, and Jace Blades. We'll be taking on FTT, Rick Gillen, and New Hotness, Billy Grayson. It will now take place here due to Black Cross Light being selected for the 2023 North American Clash.
Yes, that match was going to happen at Backlash, but we pulled the participants for the tournament and just moved this match to Battleground. So there we go. And yeah, we got Battleground. We got matches set there. We got Double or Nothing. Like I said, follow Twitter. Stuff will come there. Ash versus Rate Wrestle is already scheduled for it, by the way, so that's set. There's a Watson Rules match as well for the Canadian title that'll happen because it's the main show Forbidden Door is also on there. We got that. Money in the Bank is on here. Slammiversary is on here, because as we get dates confirmed, we're adding the shows. SummerSlam is on here. And for the record, we don't have All In on here yet, or All Out, simply because we haven't seen, like, this is a pay-per-view. It feels obvious All In is going to be one, but until it is, we're not booking it. So, like, but, I mean, the on-sale date's May 5th. They're going to say blatantly whether it is or not. We have plenty of advance notice, so. Excuse me. And we keep scrolling. And, oh, look, it's WrestleMania. WrestleMania, April 6th and 7th, 2024. And there it is, me versus the Gmsg. Mm-hmm. That graphic is 3 weeks old. It was made WrestleMania night. Because CT's like, give me a sec. He tweaked it, actually. He did tweak it a little bit, but yeah. So, yeah, that's happening. WrestleMania 2024. It's on my board right there as well. That's going to be there for the whole time. Yeah, super fun stuff. But let's go back here. It's Backlash. Let's scroll back to Backlash. Boop, Backlash. It is coming up as my throat goes again. Saturday, May 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a Saturday show. Saturday. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock pre-show. Probably no matches on it, but 6 o'clock deadline either way. Do keep that in mind. Do get your picks in time for that one. It will be with a deadline with a picks page before SmackDown, because that's Friday, and that's not 24 hours, so it'll be after Raw at some point. Maybe even Tuesday, just to be safe, because they announced like the tag match before Raw, so I will see. But probably Tuesday at some point, like NXT time frame. Picks page will go up, or Raw that night. We'll see. They'll go home, basically. And yeah, it's a main show. It's coming up in like, it's 2 weeks. It is basically 2-3 weeks away. It's so much stuff. It never ends. Because then there's Night of Champions and Double or Nothing and Battleground. And yeah, Battleground and Double or Nothing at the same time. We're well aware of that, and we're trying to figure out which show comes first. And I forget what it was, but we have officially which show canonically takes place first. It's fine. But it is all happening, all coming up. Follow along on Frontline League on Twitter. You can see the stuff there. I struggle to get my voice to not die on me again here. His water is dangerous at this point. BeerMe's probably laughing over there. But do keep an eye on that stuff. Keep an eye on the Twitter. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel. This is here, Trenchers every week. We will be here for you to announce stuff and do fun stuff here. We will also have, as always, in our Discord, there's stuff there also as well. You can follow along through that from the link down below. And, of course, there's, like I said, Top of the Card podcast on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff for the actual wrestling talk, where we actually talk about stuff and detail things and do stuff like that. And our last one was right before WrestleMania. New one's coming up shortly, so that's there too. But BeerMe, that's it for me as I rambled along here somehow with my voice not giving out toward the very end. Anything else you want to say here before we finish this one up?
Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you all next week.
There we go. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.